Hello viewers and welcome back to our campaign of Legions of Ashworld. I'm your host PPCC and well, today we're going to be doing a shorter episode, but I hope to pick up the pace here and get some actions done. So anyhow, I think we had last left off, yes indeed, we got one spy into the back of the Empire of Arath here, and I believe we also fought quite a bloody battle over here just towards the northwest of Faria over here. So, continuing off, we'll see what we can do, but the main thing for now is finding this treasure thing, which seems to be nearby, and other things to just in general keep our troops going, and sending our messengers down here once again to do some persuasion, perhaps. So, it looks like we've already done everything for today, so I think we'll just get things going forwards from here, and let's see what happened. So, it looks like one battle was fought, and that was fought over here at Zahat in the Mid-Mount region. Looks like, oh no, it looks like one of our allies was, or rather one of our people were killed, and it looks like that was one of the people that I had sent here to convince these guys, to convince this garrison here. Now, luckily it looks like the garrison managed to fend off the Empire's forces there quite nicely, but at the same time we did of course lose a person there, which is rather unfortunate. And it looks like some minor other battles here are being fought as well. What do we have here? 43 to 100% losses. That battle took 9 hours, evidently. So with that said, that is still quite a bloody battle. It doesn't look like we're generating any cash here in terms of garrisons, and I think I'll just grab the two of these troops. They still have time, seeing as how it's still dawn, and I'm gonna get these guys to shimmy back to Emerald City here, seeing as how this is obviously a much better place with a much bigger garrison here. Speaking of which, I'm going to get them to buy some troops, and I think they'll be fine there. A big army here. It looks like has the opportunity to attack an enemy group, and it looks like that enemy group is only 1,500 men. So like I said, we're rather... In that case, I don't think we've talked about this just yet, but yeah, there are different types of attack modes, and like I said earlier, we're going to talk about a few other of the game features here and there as we go along. So, in general, these attack modes, I believe, change how the game does the calculations for losses and amongst other things, and I'm going to try to use the charge command here to hopefully fight a quick battle that will eradicate this force and really get this force moving here. I'm going to see whether or not we can perhaps find other enemies, get our guys here to heal up a little bit, and I'm going to see whether or not we can perhaps engage these forces. Now, going off of the little picture here, we can actually tell what these armies are doing here. Namely, this one has brought some siege equipment, and I estimate that it was going to head off towards our capital, well, our current major city of Emerald. So, with that said, we'll engage these guys, and we will begin a battle, and I believe this battle will take the entirety of the night. So the troops there will do their thing, and in the meantime we can hopefully grab this treasure over here. So we come over here, I believe we do a search command, and that found us a whole bunch of jewelry. So it looks like that is just some sort of a commodity item, and I'll see whether or not we can hopefully shimmy this wizard person over the mountains here in just some time. And in the meantime, it looks like things look pretty grim. I mean, the enemies were defeated over here in that settlement. I'll try to bring up the name here of Zahat. Although it looks like there are many more troops there. Well, no, there was some amount. I think numbering inside the hundreds, not in the thousands. So the garrison has a good chance to make it. In that case, I think we'll just let's see. I think I'll get Turkog over here to just post a garrison defense, really. Evidently, I mean, they are really stocking up in gold. So perhaps I'll actually get him to shimmy down to this town over here in the south, and hopefully pick up some goods over there. Right, so let's do that, and I noticed that this person doesn't have a supply wagon, so what we can do with these garrisons is that we can build them as well. So yeah, we can build supply wagons and siege devices. I don't know if we've seen that, but it's a feature. Although they can't build supplies, mind you, they can build supply units to transport the supplies. It'll take them 1 day, I think, to build it. It'll vary depending on the amount of people inside. But anyhow, it'll range from 1 to 3 days to build these units. And mind you that the supply units here are just for carrying supplies. They're not actually supplies themselves. So that's one thing, and it just puts more importance on the role of gold as a resource there. And the other thing is that they can also build the siege equipment, which will be useful later on when we, of course, go on the offensive. Right, so it looks like this area of the map is pretty much covered. So I think we'll switch down here, and with this band of riders, as you can see here, because these cavalrymen are so exhausted, they're going to use a hell of a long time to get to Sunglade there. But we'll see what we can do. Probably was a mistake bringing cavalry with this person right here, but currently they are unfortunately just going to have to tough it out. So that's another day, and that will be a large battle fought. So let's see what has happened here. Right, so we gained some gold coins, some things happen, or some occurrences take their role there. And in the meantime, it looks like, unfortunately, there's no way to heal up this cavalry group and get its strength up, so we'll only have to, we can only move really 1 tile per day here going to Sunglade. So, well, that is unfortunately one of the things that will just have to be for now. And in the meantime, I'm going to see whether or not we can sell these jewels, see how much we can nab, and hopefully this battle over here will be done. Yeah, because from the looks of it, oh hey! Yeah, we managed to almost smoke the entirety of the enemy army, although we did lose a good amount of our troops at the same time. So, it looks like for whatever reason, the 2 enemy troops still alive still seem to occupy our time, so we'll fight them again. The reason being is that I want to take their gold and their supplies and really whatever is present here. Looks like they had a lot of things with them. They had some sort of group attack item, they had a whole bunch of supplies, and they also had some siege towers useful inside an assault. Alright, so we'll take those goods, and I'll get our major army to rest up here. I see a group of infantry. These guys were probably the troops coming over the mountain, so we'll take them out as well, or at least try our best to do that. And in the meantime, let's see, what else can we do here? I'll get Turkog to go to this marketplace. You can rest up for free there, so we'll do something like that. And I'll see what we can buy for him, really. Let's buy him this group speed medal, because that'll be quite useful. I've got him to stock up on manpower, seeing as how in the coming days he might need it, defending our left flank here and all. And I'll see what he can do about getting into that settlement over there, and hopefully convincing the leader. Speaking about him, he has a 30% charisma value, so that will probably take a long time. And it looks like that is pretty much all we can do. Looks like we're actually making quite a nice margin off of just taxation emerald. So I'll see what we can buy here. And in general, it looks like that is going to be this turn again. So it looks like that'll be turn number 14, and now it will be turn number 15. So, let's see what has happened here. I think we lost a slight amount of people, but that's no big deal. And what I'm going to do here is that up in the north, I want my scout to bobble around, and I want him to see what these enemy armies are doing here. Now, because I don't believe there will be too many units of the Empire here moving around, and given the small, rather the distance to spy here is, or no, actually what I think I'll do here is that I'm a little worried that the scout here will be a little too close by to the enemy group down there, so I think I'll replay the moves here. And I guess this is just a portion of the game, really, figuring out how far, say, the enemy moves. That's definitely an important piece of information. In the meantime, I think we'll bobble around here. Yeah, they have really small defenses inside their rear areas here and there. Right, it looks like for whatever reason they sent a smaller group to meet us over here. And I think I'll just take the cash off of these guys, get our major army to come to the marketplace down here. I think I'll collect the cash, grab all of the troops here that we can, and the supplies. Let's get them a courage medal. And I think I'll just send this group back here through the desert, seeing as how Emerald seems to be it's quite susceptible to attack right now, and we'll start a preemptive sort of a counter-attack, if you will. Rather a spoiling attack, if you will, and we'll see whether or not we can hopefully pick off a few groups of these armies here and there. Right, so this force will finally move, so there we go, we can get them inside Sunglade, something like that, and get them working like that. We can get these people into this area, and ooh, those treasure maps are definitely worthwhile doing. That netted us quite a large honeypot of goods. And what is this? Eye of the Eagle. A spell that reveals all positions of all characters in an area until the night. That is I see that being quite a useful item, but I don't really know if we would use it. Right now, I kind of want to, I want to generate one more of those treasure maps, just seeing the fact that they seem to be really, really valuable. Right, so moving forwards of the game, no, I have this problem again, where the mini-map area seems to disappear, and oh, it actually affects loading. So anyhow, with that said, what we'll do here is that we'll reload the game, and hopefully we can continue right off where we had started. There we go. So just real fast, we need to do those movements again, but that shouldn't take too long. So we grab the stuff there, go down to the town, grab the soldiers there, and yeah, that seems to be an odd bug where after the little mini-map there disappears, I don't seem to have control over the game anymore. It's not exactly, say, a major issue, but that is definitely something that should be patched out. Right, so we got the army to move there, and I think we sold these jewels. And, well, at least looking at it from this perspective, we get to search this area again and hopefully find some other things. Right, so we get this Eye of the Eagle thing again. I think I'll just buy it and use it later on, perhaps, and I'll just search this area for a few good hours and move forwards. Right, so those troops will do their jobs over there, and luckily we're able to get into this town now over here. So that's not too bad. Let's see, we can also, we can wait a day before we buy anything over here. And we'll just end the turn like that. So let's see what happens over here. And ooh, yikes. Let's see. Yeah, so Emerald is being sieged here by quite a large force now. It doesn't seem to tell us whether or not there are any siege equipment nearby. And it looks like the army over here, the army that we should have engaged, is either eliminated or something. I just noticed that our scout here is being chased by quite a considerable force, so we'll get him out of there. And I think I'll get him to search these marketplaces inside the back here and see what is over here. So we found a shadow snake, an amulet that enhances the skills from the darker side of lore. It just adds more attack strength to your orderlies and your characters. So that's kind of a useful item. It's kind of in a position though where we can't really buy it for both its price and its utility. And wow, look at that! Just an entire row of these cavalry troops, and I suppose these are the general's bodyguards. Right, so what I think I'll do here is that I'll rest our men for 2 hours, and then I think we'll attack and hopefully relieve Emerald here, and we'll see how this goes. Right, so out of the 6,000 troops that we have, or at the beginning of the battle, out of the I guess 7,000 troops that we had at the beginning of the battle, roughly 500 died, taking out 1,000 of theirs, and the battle will just continue on to tomorrow. So that's good, I guess. And in the meantime, our wizard buddy over here will continue forwards and see what else is around the nearby area. A sun shield, a magical shield crafted by the masters of lore, which will give us group defense and group and carrier ability. That sounds pretty useful to equip on a major army, so I'll pick that up. And I'm gonna see what else we can search for here. Let's see, what is this? A talisman that will exalt vigor of courage. That costs 85 coins. I think the amount of troops in regards to that would be a tad better, so I think that'll be just this region. And oh, that's right, I think I forgot to move this guy over here last turn. Right, so let's see what happens when you have a low charisma character. That's my home phone there. Talk to or rather try to convince somebody to join us. I don't think these independent characters actually can directly refuse us. The two options that I've been presented with so far were the two effects, were not even effects but consequences, are the troop either flat out joining you or refusing for a day, so then you can press negotiations next time, and they usually do so. And it looks like overall our dice roll here worked out, so Sanhib over here had joined us, so at least that's good. Down here, our guy has 60 charisma, so convincing the king over here might be a tad... Ooh, better. Speaking of which, trade another one of those treasure maps. Let's see, can I buy it? Oh, I see, we found it, but we need to buy it. So here's what I'll do. I'll just recruit the king over here, and he'll have some gold coins to buy that. And let's see what this is. Yeah, this is the second option, or consequence out of the two that I've seen. So let's see what this is. Oh wait, no, never mind. The king here joined us, and he's just telling us the other troops of his kingdom will be available tomorrow. Right, so with that said, we'll just end the turn right here. This group is evidently getting healed up quite nicely, and let's see what has happened inside the battle reports over there. Speaking of which, it looks like we've won quite a considerable victory here, demolishing the enemy's armies over here, and allowing us to get control, or rather fend off the enemies over here in Emerald. So, going forward, let's see what we have inside the city for us. We have some gold coins, we have some reserves of other stuffs, and the first thing that I think I'll do here is that I'll get the garrison to restock on its manpower. Going forwards from there, let's get a few more troops into these groups. Now, I'm going to check whether or not the character here of a particular group matters so much. I'd imagine that charisma helps you out with, and courage helps out the troops that the leaders lead, but that is one part of the game that I'm not too terribly sure about. Anyhow, I don't think it mattered too much. Speaking of which, I don't think experience matters or does too much either, at least to the extent that I know about it. So with that said, I think we'll just buy some more troops and buy some more supplies for our guys here, and that'll be that. And let's actually see what we can find in here. We can find a few nifty items inside Emerald proper, but we won't be able to buy them. Can we find anything over here? A gem that exalts in inner ability here. We don't necessarily need that. Let me see whether or not anything else pops up here. Another one of those courage medallions. You know what? I think we'll skip them, and we'll just shimmy the cash of our mage here back to the main army, because this is going to be quite a welcomed source of funds, of course, equipping another army properly and entirely, of course. Over here, I think we had that treasure map to buy, so we'll buy that. Search around for something else. Hopefully something appears here. And what is this? A focus stone, and it increases healing, strike, and capture. So healing we've already seen mages do. It just restores strength. Strike is a wizard casting ability for taking on armies, amongst other things. And going forwards from there, it's been said that you can find, say, some unique beasts inside the game to capture, and in general bring them under your control, though I've never seen them actually being present. So with that said, here's what I think we'll do. We'll skip buying that, and I'll just send our friend over here, our envoy to hopefully find some hidden items over here and there. So it looks like we found the goal, or we found the area that we're supposed to go to. And it looks like there's a few other, or rather 3 other commanders joined us, leading quite a considerable amount of troops themselves. So here's what I'll do. I'll get this guy to travel light, and we'll see whether or not he can hopefully just book it over there to hopefully pick up another stash of jewels. And these other guys over here, I think I'll send them down on a journey to convince some other people to join our cause. And down here, I think they have the convenience with the luxury of having spare time that the army to the north has bought us here. So we'll send them down gradually. Over here, let's see. Here's what I'll do. I'll use a cat over here to just shuttle troops from the villages, rather from these garrisons and stuff towards the front. Because, yeah, I don't believe the fighting will go down here. Now, let's see, what else can we do here? We could probably get one of these forces over here to make a scouting run as well. So I think I'll give Turk all of the troops, and the rest I'll put inside a garrison. I'll send Sanhib over here out to check out the adjacent areas. And we'll just see how this works out. Oh, there's some runes here. We can also search for some stuff. Oh, hey, we can find gold pieces inside them. Alright, so that's kind of nifty. But in general, I want to see whether or not Sayum over here is under attack or not. And in general, it looks like, yeah, Emerald seems to be safe for now. We'll send that big army out with its newly acquired siege equipment to hopefully take some other goods. And, ooh, this is quite nice. Managed to find quite a few gold pieces just lying about the ground too. So we have the opportunity to hire some more men. The market will gradually restock itself with items. So we'll get our guys to get equipped, and this will be a nice opportunity to get our entirety of our force here re-equipped with things. And going from here, I think we'll send them out, and we'll go towards the northern keep here in Faria, because that might be a location to pick up some more goodies. And we can also hunt inside this game to pick up some supplies inside this area, just to restock our armies on the go, to trade some time for that. And, well, it looks like, yeah, it looks like Sayum over here is also under attack. The forces over here of the Empire are, ooh, they're making quite an aggressive play here. Yikes, they might have already taken Sayum. There's a force occupying the capital there. I'm not really sure how numerous it is, but it is, well, looking at the map, quite numerous there. And let's see what this is. So we managed to, I think, to convince another wizard to the cause. So this guy will be hopefully useful for us as well. And in the meantime, I guess that is rather troubling though. I think I'll get these two groups or rather two characters, just to flee then, because it looks like Sayum has been effectively gotten rid of here by the enemy forces there. So, in that case, what I think we'll do here is that, in the meantime, I see that group approaching mid-mount, so I think I'll send Turkog's group over here of 2,000 warriors up to meet it, and oh, yikes, that is an even bigger group of 4,000 troops there. I'll see whether or not we can hopefully shimmy these guys closer to that garrison, get them set up back there in time, but that might be, of course, not a possibility. Right, so let's see, turn number, or rather, start of turn number 19, let's see what developments have happened. Notably, it looks like we're on the run over here, and, well, the Empire here seems to be making quite a play for our left flank. So, in that case, I think we'll just build up our forces, check up on our spy, because I'm sure he's probably finding out some new things here and there as well. And just go from there, really. Speaking of which, it looks like they still have a few big armies just passing by inside the heartlands of the Empire here. So what I think I'll do in just to check up on things is that I'll send my scout up to the very capital of the Empire here, and I'll see what is going on inside that region. I'm under the impression that there are quite a few things to recon, just in general, gather about up there. Right, in the meantime, I think this person over here, Mirfrem, is going down to Earthlight over here to pick up, hopefully, another recruit. And let's see, yeah, this person joins in. And she, or rather it owns a map of a passage through the Ash Desert, where a community of giants lives. Apparently, these giants might be also pretty, useful inside the war, so if we were able to get this mage over here down there, that could be a very useful ally. So in that case, I think what I'll do is we're going to need supplies because the desert is down here. And with that, I mean, we're going to need supplies to get into the desert areas over there. So I'll get this camp right here, this garrison, to build some of those. And I'll just get this wizard to do that task alone. And in the meantime, Mira from over here can go back up to hopefully set up a line of defense towards the west over there. And in the meantime, we can shuttle some troops over here. And I think we'll just leave off over here. So next time when we return, it will be the start of turn number 20. And it looks like this army over here has decided to bypass this garrison, so I think we'll just attack it. Slaughter them entirely, take their goods. 41 gold pieces this time. Not exactly great, but not bad at the same time. I think we'll put down a small garrison over here and get the major army to do its thing. But I think we'll, well, continue off next time on day number 20. Ooh, yikes, that was quite a costly battle over here in, well, Emerald, so hopefully we'll be able to save the city by then. And it looks like Turkog is, also being demolished over here by a large force. Well, that is rather unsettling, but we'll see what we can do about that. And, well, just in general, continue over here when I return next time. So, you know, be sure to like and subscribe. Again, for those automated notifications, chances are that a new episode will be posted within 3 or 4 days, or if not, at least in a week. So, see you guys, hopefully, in those 2 or, 3 to 4 days there. Bye-bye for now.